There is a fear of disappointing people who have supported you so far. And I want to say patience and planning are going to play a big part in what comes next for you. Because I feel like you've given it until now, until this time of year, to make a decision as to whether to leave study. I feel you've sacrificed a lot of yourself to get where you are. And that sacrifice needs balance. Yeah, you will make a choice this time of year as to what to do next. I feel like you're wanting to get out in the workforce and earn money. I feel like you're not wanting to study again. You're wanting to actually get out and work. Yeah. You do have a difficult choice because I feel like there's pressure from those who have supported you. I do see rejoicing coming out of it, Joshua. So whatever decision you make, I see some form of happiness coming out of it. I just realize how difficult a choice it is. I feel like you've already chosen to leave study. I feel like you've seen people stacking shelves and thinking, if I get paid nothing for doing that, I'm okay with it. But I get what you mean about, yeah, I do feel like this is a turning point for you. You love studying sound effects. You don't need to study sound effects to actually be quite good at it and air task those skills. Trust me, that's how I got somebody to get me up and running on Twitch. I air tasked those skills. Yeah. You've got a lot of options to consider. That's why I'm not pinpointing anything, Joshua. Please understand this is a major decision for life. Don't take it lightly. I feel you may have already made up your mind. But we live in a brave new world now. Things aren't like they were when I was growing up. You know, when we left school, the job we went into, we were supposed to stay in for the rest of our lives. That doesn't happen anymore. What do you mean, what does the card say? I've just spent that time telling you, Joshua. And it's not one single card. It's a whole spread of cards. I do feel like youth is on your side. And hopefully that resonates with making the decision a bit easier. What's PL? No, I've given you all I can, Joshua. You do have to make the decision. It's your life. It is your life. I feel like other people have been making decisions for you your whole life. And it's them that you don't want to disappoint. So you have to break that habit as well. But it's always when you have to make a really life-altering decision, telling yourself, okay, I need to make a list of what I want to do, what's good about it, what's bad about it, and take it from there. And hopefully that gives you some guidance. But only you can really make that decision. It's your life that you have to live. And there is an ad break in progress. Okay, Link Retro is next. As I said, my list was pretty much in order. But I am going to take a break, Link Retro. So if you're in an ad, the Be Right Back will come up and it will be your turn. Because I do need a few moments. we are back. Link Retro. It is you that is next. So hopefully Link Retro is still there. Yes, Link Retro is still there. And I've done my second shout out to Chaos Sucks, which I said I would do. I just had to wait. Twitch doesn't allow you to shout out the same person successively, so you have to wait a certain amount of time. Welcome in, Racer. And yes, Link Retro is up live now, so I'm doing okay. Hope you're doing well. And okay, Zabu Ninja time. Seeing Link Retro might have fallen asleep, I'll go to Zabu Ninja time. Ha! How you doing, Zabu Ninja time? Okay, I need to go with this deck. Oh, I'm feeling the pressure, as in all eyes upon me. And Zabu Ninja time, I'm picking up the same thing with you, that there's a lot of pressure to achieve at the moment. There's a lot of pressure to impress, more so than usual. Okay. And I feel this may have led to a downturn in income. For some reason, a downturn in income. And I want to say a downturn, unexpected things happened socially in real life. Or wherever you socialize. Unexpected. It came from people you would have trusted. Just let me know if you can relate to that. It's sort of, the only phrase I know is out of left field. Out of left field. Yeah. It's like, and it's unexpected to the point of being hurtful. And I feel you went from ruling the words to feeling like a child. And when I say ruling the words, WORDS, to feeling like a child. And yeah, but they're people you've known for quite a while. How rude. How rude. And it's almost you got to a point where you didn't know whether you could keep up appearances. Yeah. Can you understand? It got to a point where you either had to walk away or you didn't know whether you could keep up appearances. Okay. You've got the World card coming through, so I don't see any long-term drama. It resonates. I don't see any long-term drama, but I see you cautious in your actions forward, And I want to say this comes across as jealousy. The other people being jealous of you. And I feel like you may have even supported someone or promoted someone, as in sung their praises. I need another. I do get you manifesting, and I know we've talked manifesting in this stream before, but I do get you, it's now your time, is what I get. So keep the manifesting, but keep it real. I just heard from my guide, keep it real. And I know manifesting, we're told to desire what, to put out there what we truly desire. We can truly desire, but being grandiose, yes, it can be a wish and a dream. I love it when people dream big. But be realistic with the manifestations. And I feel there's an art component to it that you haven't opened up fully to yet. Yeah, start afresh. I feel like if walls could talk, they wouldn't have a great deal to say. Or they wouldn't have good things to say. I'm just getting daggers and fights and not nice energy. I don't know if you're aware of the history of the place, but I feel the history of the place has some criminal element. Some crime happened at that place. I do see you walking away. Try not to walk away from your morals. Why is it interesting, Zabu Ninja Time? I get that a crime may have happened there. But try not to walk away from your own morals as you leave. Because I see Cupid, that a crime might have happened there. I feel it did many, many years ago. It's had a fresh coat of paint, everything's been fixed up, but I feel a crime may have occurred there. I also feel that Cupid is coming in. And I don't know whether that's the friend you mentioned, but Cupid is coming in. Yeah, the people that lived there before you. That's what I'm getting. I'm feeling like I can tell you what I'm seeing, and yeah, Cupid's nice. I can tell you what I'm seeing about the crime that happened before. I feel like the security netting was cut. You know how you have screens to keep out insects? I feel like that was cut. And I feel like I'm not far from the ground. So if it's not the first floor, it's the second. But I do feel like you have to move for Cupid to come in. And there's a lot holding you to that place. So your desire to move, I feel, is grounded in intuition. Yeah, your desire to move is grounded in intuition. You're throwing caution to the wind in moving. But you're moving away from stabbing. You're moving away from the arguments. You're moving toward... I feel like you may have gone without meals at this place. It's like I'm living like a student when I look at the cards all laid out. And trust me, living like a student in my day anyway was cabbage soup, which cost about 9 cents for 5 meals. Or porridge, which is like rolled oats. Yeah. I do feel like that there's prosperity at the other end. If there's not, you're going to create it. And the world is moving in your favor, but there's something still holding you to that place. I feel like that something holding you is more social and more to do with your very first manifestation coming about at that house. But I want to say that manifestation was superficial. We're sort of like, I want to party more often. You've got it. And that's what happened at that house. But things have changed. And I want to say, your friends being discourteous to you was actually a sign it's time. There you go. Turned out to be superficial. As I said, it was your first manifestation. I feel you will move on. And I do see Cupid coming in. Now, you know Cupid is just the arrow. It doesn't necessarily mean long term. But I think you're okay with that. Because it's something to build on rather than the end result. Interesting. I actually feel that Cupid might strike with the forever person. And there's something about Taurus energy here. In this read, there's something about Taurus energy. Why do you say, wow, Zabu Ninja time? Why? Yeah, look, the bottom of the deck was the Hierophant, which to me signifies officiating over a marriage. Four of Wands, which is the marriage card, the forever card, came up in the loyal part. You may have to wait a bit for it though. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I do get the forever person feeling. And turning over the extra cards, I definitely get the forever person feeling. And I want to say it's somebody... Have a look at how that's lit up. Now, seriously, I'm just working out the light. As you can see, I'm not casting shadow there. So my light is over that way. I am not casting shadow. Oh, yes, I am. Different direction. Could be the lava lamps, but I doubt it. They've never done it to the cards before. But I am getting forever person. But I feel the move has to come first. Because the willingness to take a risk has to come first. It could be, but it could also be my lava lamps. Let's be realistic. It could be because the lava lamps are right in that direction. And when I do that, it's casting a shadow towards the computer. So, you'd like to get sober. True? Oh, I tell you what, I love Pink's song, Sober. It's my aggro song. It's my go-to aggro song. So whenever I get angry, I go to Sober and Just Like a Pill. So try that, Zabu Ninja Time. See if it works for you. If it doesn't, fine. Find your own, but they work for me every time. They get my aggro out. And to break a habit, you need to replace the habit with a healthy one. So instead of going for a drink, for example, if that's what it is, reach for a glass of water. Because that cleanses the kidneys and liver of toxins. So healthily kicking a habit, or seek professional help to get rid of the habit. And it also fills you up as well. So if you weaken and go for the beverage, then your stomach has had some fill of good stuff. But I do see you succeeding because I get full energy. I get that you are going to take a risk. Yeah, my cigarettes are my habit too, Zabu Ninja Time. I'm no good at even helping you out with that one. I gave up and an iron nearly went through my lounge room window. Because it got stuck on a skirt. And I didn't like the person I became, so I figured a pack of cigarettes, if that's going to keep me sane, that'll keep me sane. But it is socially unacceptable, and yet vaping is socially acceptable. Yeah, I do see you taking the risk. It's not making a risk, it's taking a risk. It's actually making the move, not knowing what's ahead of you. The move. But I feel you've already decided, and you've already decided on February as the time to move. Let me know if that resonates. Then yeah, the timing is up to you. It's your life. You make the decisions. But I do see the move as being a positive one. I do see the move as being a risk, because at the other end you don't know what there is. I do see it being happier. And hopefully that resonates with you. Zabby Ninja time. But after the move is when Cupid shows up. As I said, it may not be a forever person. All I saw was Cupid showing up. But I did get the feeling it could be. And hopefully that resonates with you. Hey Enzo! Yes, the queue's still open. Did you get affiliate? Just please tell me if you got affiliate. Oh, thank you, Zabu Ninja Time. Mwah. Not yet. Oh, everybody follow Enzo. Enzo's just on the verge of becoming affiliate. Follow, please. Oh, Karen. Thank you, Zabu Ninja Time. Okay. The number of viewers. How close are you in terms of that, Enzo? How close are you in terms of number of viewers? Because I was thinking I could always have my phone on and not be there. And sit and make up a viewer. 1.25 out of 3. Okay, are we going to change that for Enzo? Make somebody else's dream come true? Let's see if we can make somebody else's dream come true. Okay, I believe... What is it with this? Okay, tomorrow I may be able to do it. I've got appointments scheduled for tomorrow, Enzo. But I may be able to sit my phone on silent and do it. Oh, thank you. Run away fast. I know. They're awesome, aren't they, Enzo? They're awesome. And, yeah, if you're streaming tomorrow, I can possibly... It depends whether I'm on the road or stationary. But I'll do my best, Enzo, to be one of you viewers. We can get your average up. Okay. Now, I'm just going to put the list up. Because Link Retro should have been the next. And Link Retro is still there, but not answering. So, it would be Snow Kai. But Snow Kai, I do have to take a bathroom break. And put some more lights on. I've got too many shadows coming over my old age skin. Too many shadows coming over my old age skin. But let's see, is Snow Kai still there? Yeah, Snow Kai's still there. So I'm just going to take a bathroom break. It's all good. Love you, Snow Kai. You always say that. Mwah. And once I've done that, I will do your raid. And hopefully Link Retro comes back in. So I will be back as soon as I can. I'm back. Yes, I do need bathroom breaks from time to time. And Snow Kai has been awesome. With every break I have to take, Snow Kai is like amazing. And Snow Kai, you're up for your reading. And I'm going to hydrate just before. Still floating about. Ah, I've got some awesome peeps. I know that. I know I have awesome peeps in my streams. And I haven't used this deck very often. It's, let's see, Agarum? Arcanum. There you go. I don't use it that often, so I had to look. But for some reason, my guide pointed me in the direction of it. So, yeah, the iconic Karen that's not a meme. That's me. Although I can be. The only meme I really want to be is the Will and Grace Karen. Jewels dripping, drink in hand, cigarette in the other. I think I'm doing pop culture versions from too many generations ago. Too many generations ago. But Snow Kai, I'm feeling like opportunity is knocking. There's opportunity everywhere for you at the moment. And instead of feeling invigorated, you're feeling pressured. Instead of feeling invigorated, you're feeling pressured. Just let me know if that resonates, Snow Kai. You can sense that a bit. Okay. I'd say more than a bit, but here we go. Because there's one opportunity that is going to the awesome aunt kind of Karen. Yeah, probably, Enzo. There's an opportunity that's going to present. One day it's like invigorating, the next day it's pressure. I get that. There's your pressure. But you're not breaking a sweat, so I'm not in. Okay. I'm getting like an Italy feel here, or an Italian energy. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is Egyptian in look in this deck. So, old wisdom with the Italian Roman situation and the Wheel of Fortune, old wisdom is going to come in handy. I feel there may have been a computer issue and you were able to handle it without computers, and it inspired people around you. There's a Gemini connection here. And there's uncertainty. Like there's opposites coming through all the time. So you can understand that, Snow Kai. I'm feeling though hard work pays off. I feel you've stepped up with old style skills. You can relate to both. Okay. You've stepped up with old style skills, and now you're worried that people will see you as outdated. I want to say the opposite's true, but I get that as a worry, an internal worry. and slightly emotional at the moment. Yeah, I see the lifting. You have a person too. And I want to say they're slow in their progress towards you. There's zero love bombing. There is zero pressure. Other than your internal to and fro. I feel internally you're going, every time they step forward, you're going, yes, I want to give more. And then when they step back, you're going way back. It's almost like they have to start again. But they're coming forward in a paced manner, as in they're doing, your person is doing things in a paced manner. Oh, and seriously, I don't use this deck as often as I should, I think. Have a look at the star card here. It's like ancient wisdom and patience lead to success. And I do feel like that there is an Aries energy here. I know I don't have the Aries card, but there's Aries wisdom. Yeah. Welcome back, Ling Retro. Yes, you are still listed in the live if you want to put up the list. And Pelosa Music, welcome in for the first time. Welcome into the chat. See, I left you there, Ling Retro. I knew you were away from keyboard. I've been calling out for you. You haven't been waiting patiently. You fell asleep. But back to Snow Kai's read. Thank you for doing the shout out, Gold Hairs. I do have to do Blind Luck Intuitive, by the way. Haven't done Blind Luck Intuitive yet. I'm 6 hours into streaming, so I've done most of the shout outs. Snow Kai, there's a waiting mode going on at the moment. Like right now. It's like waiting for somebody to show their cards. Waiting for someone to show their emotion. Yeah. It's like, I want to get excited. Give me something to be excited about. And I do get that there's, I get that there's an Aries energy. Aries energy I usually associate with late March. Yeah, you're definitely waiting for them to take action. And if you can understand the US connection here, there's a US connection or a US themed okay. And I'm close to you. No, this is a US themed. I'm seeing a poppy, which to me either signifies France or it signifies somebody who fought in a conflict. So I feel you may have someone overlooking you who fought in a conflict. As in the armed services. And this is who is watching over you. And It's the only way I can connect the armed services with someone else comes to mind. I feel this person is passed away, has died. No, this is somebody who was in the armed forces a long time ago. This is who is watching over you. You know who I mean now, don't you? And it was more like, yeah, it's more like, I see a street. I see a street conflict. You need to check, but yes, okay. I'm seeing a street conflict, as in riots. As in riots going on. Sorry about that. My phone just wasn't aware that it was going to ring. Okay. I feel like you know the person connected to the deceased person. They never remarried. Yeah. You know who I mean now. And this is the person watching over you. Because I feel that the person in the armed services is on the other side of life. The person who was their person is living. You're not sure about marriage. That's okay. The person who is their person is living. And they never remarried. Never ever remarried. And there's something about orchids here. But they're watching over you through this process. Okay? You can check that out in your own time and give us feedback, Snowkai. But they are watching over you. And they're making sure that you don't get too upset. And that might explain the swinging energy that I'm picking up here. They're making sure you don't get too upset. Because this is a very slow moving, determined, I almost want to say honest, hardworking person. But they're so slow, it's frustrating. It's like old-fashioned frustrating. Serenity of Wind, welcome in. I'd rather it be accurate than nice to hear, but nice to hear is good too. Can you understand this about the person you're dealing with? They're so slow moving. It's like, hurry up and make up your mind already. It's not a modern courtship in any state. Very old-fashioned, very step-by-step increasing contact. They're not looking at love bombing. They're not looking at overtaking your energy. They're wanting to prove that they're there for the long term. And it might shock you. Because I feel this person that is in your life is much in demand. As in, they're considered quite the catch. But here's you doubting. I feel they won't take action until after the new year in terms of solidifying your connection. Yeah. They're not wanting to rush ahead with the holidays approaching and with the new year approaching. They're wanting to take their time. And the person looking over you is trying to stop you from overthinking. Because I think you've been overthinking and overthinking and overthinking. And you may have noticed in the last couple of weeks, the overthinking hasn't happened. So do some self-examination. In the last couple of weeks, the overthinking hasn't happened. And I like that you value that about the person. So, but I do feel you throwing yourself into work here. Yeah, you don't have to make a choice. Yeah, instead of overthinking. Make a choice to let this person do what they need to do. Respond, of course. Be open to their attention. But they're not wanting to take over in any way, and they're a provider. Yeah. In your opinion, some action was needed. In their opinion, no. In their opinion, they want to wait until after the holiday season. So after the new year. And they're a believer in starting the new year off on a new foot. So they do have very old-fashioned values and old-fashioned superstitions. No, I don't know where the US connection came from, but I do get a military. With the two cards, I pulled out a second card to clarify. So with the two cards, that's where I got military. So the person looking over you was in whatever military is related to your country. I feel there was some sort of civil unrest in your country, and this person was involved in that. Yeah. Then if that resonates, take that. I feel like the civil unrest was in the 80s. For some reason, I'm seeing late 70s, early 80s. Because I'm seeing the shields, and the shields really didn't come in until the late 70s, early 80s. You know the full body shields that service people wear now? You got me? Just do your best not to stress at all. Let this person take their own pace. I want to say they're very old-fashioned. Very old-fashioned. And it wasn't that long ago that you were ready to cut them out. I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad you didn't. Yeah. I'm glad you didn't. So just understand, be yourself. Yourself is all that's needed. Cash Canine, welcome in. And you can thank Chaos Sucks for your sub. Yeah, I'm glad too from what I see. Snow Kai. And there's something to do with an orchid. I'll let you investigate the orchid bit. And hopefully that resonates for you, Snow Kai. Yeah, They didn't take you pushing them away, though, which is a good sign. You're welcome. Things will keep getting better, but recognize that some people need to move slow. And it's better that they do, because then they're in touch with their feelings. Then they're in touch with the way they feel. Okay. Now, yeah, so it's better that they take their time. You just be you. If that means throwing yourself into work, that means throwing yourself into work. Now, Link Retro. I should punish you, Link Retro, for trying to sneak it past me about being there. But I held your place because you're never usually away from keyboard without a reason. So, yeah. We'll leave it at that. Okay. Can you understand getting a leak fixed? I feel like there's a drip, 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 drip. So, Link Retro, can you understand that? Getting a leak fixed? Okay, I feel like it's been problematic because it doesn't seem to reveal where it's coming from. Yeah, it's not revealing where it's coming from very easily. And I almost want to say it's halfway up a wall. Just let me know if that resonates, because it's weird what I'm seeing. It's like halfway up a wall. Okay, you can understand that. I'm going to turn over the cards, because I feel it's been looked at by two different people. There's the drip, 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 drip. But no, it's more of opening up opening up the heart, because it's followed by the sun. So, two calls. That's what I got. Someone's looked at it twice. But I'm picking up that intuitively. Apart from that, I feel there's been quick changes in your life to do with your romance, to do with your heart filling up. Quick changes in your life. And you're uncertain of whether to proceed with it. Yeah. But I'm picking up that you feel you're in two minds. You feel unworthy is what I want to say. And why do you feel unworthy? Come on. As I was saying before in an earlier read, we are all valuable. And that's your final card today, Link Retro. I feel like you can offer them what they need. Serenity of Wind, what you talking about? I do feel that if you were to talk to this person, I don't feel it has anything to do with finances, actually. I feel if you were to talk to this person, what they need is to know that you care. I feel your past has somehow intruded here. No, see, so many people associate with need and dollars. It's not so much that. It's not so much that. People can... Seriously, when I look at who is worthy of me, I never look at the dollar sign. Yes, you've got to survive. So you don't want a lazy person that's just going to sit on their ass. Excuse my French. But at the same time, it's not necessarily related to money. It's related to character. And I feel you have that to offer, Link Retro. It's related to character. And they've seen you under pressure being able to maintain an even temper. Yeah, you've got the world at your feet. But please communicate. There's nothing worse than ghosting. Nothing worse than ghosting or having zero communication. Communicate. And be honest. I know ghosting is the worst. Well, not the worst. There are worse things than ghosting in life. Trust me. But communicate deeply. And I feel you will understand why this person does desire you. And why they believe you're enough. So hopefully that resonates, Link Retro. And yeah, keep on the landlord about getting the water fixed. It needs fixing. It's halfway up the wall from what I can see. No, thank you, Link Retro. Thank you for your support. Okay. Now I can actually do a next. Run away fast. You are up next. And then I believe I have to bump a sub. Oh, thank you for doing the list, Gold Hairs. Okay. Now, run away fast. Can you understand? I'm seeing New York, but specifically Twin Towers coming down. Now, Spirit have bumped in when reads come up, but can you understand this? Run away fast. I had a friend that was in New York at the time, and it was like a mad dash to get them back. Pun intended. So you can understand. Seriously, I know I think about it every anniversary and things like that. I just hope you're saying yes to me and not Gold Hairs. It was like a mad dash to get hold of this person, and I feel that there's something connected to it. Yes to me. Okay. There's something connected here. And can you understand having a shield? I have no idea what this means. I'm being shown a gold shield. There's a connection here. Okay. Does it have 161 on the shield? It's only part of the number I'm seeing. 161 is on the shield. If you have to look at it at another time, that's fine. I'll just keep going, but I'm picking up somebody's throat was damaged. You're trying to match that number to something. Don't try. You can investigate later. I saw it on the shield. But somebody's throat was damaged. It's almost like I'm feeling like my throat was burnt. And I do know some people get that feeling when they go through thyroid cancer treatment. I'm actually struggling to speak. I'm going to turn over the cards. I believe you've got somebody quite significant watching over you. But I am picking up of this world a desire for love. And it's not coming easy. Okay. It's not coming easy, and I want to say you've likened it to a game. Even though there are people who will play games, you've likened the search for love or true love as a game. I feel like, I want to say Monopoly Jail. Even though I'm seeing chess, I'm hearing Monopoly Jail. As in somebody's put you in Monopoly Jail where you can't do anything. I feel like there's been drama after drama after drama, and you're just sick of it. It could be Serenity of Wind, but I don't necessarily get... I get it's like having your hands tied. Okay, there you are. I'm feeling like you're going to have to do something you don't like. And it has to do with bringing love back in. Getting over the defeat. And I feel you may have already started to do that using a creative method. I don't know whether you draw. But there's a creative method that you do that's going on. Okay. Learning to play violin, that's a hard one. You got the Ace of Swords to the Sun. So you're going to attract somebody who is action oriented, which I do believe coincides with how you are, rather than having to guess. You're not going to have to guess. You're not going to have to play games. Whoever comes in is going to be direct, sincere, and joyful. I do get them coming in. So please investigate the 161 on the badge, and someone who has had throat problems, as if their throat is burnt. Some types of radiotherapy, the throat gets burnt. So please investigate it. I'll let you do that in your time, Runaway Fast. But I do see another coming in. And they're going to be direct. No games. And fun. So keep doing those creative pursuits, because I feel like that will bring you back out of your shell. And there's nothing wrong with loving yourself. Seriously, there is nothing wrong with it. But just bear in mind, we are part of a community which requires interaction. And Serenity of Wind, it wasn't manipulative jail I was getting. It was like emotional jail. You know when some people can keep you hanging on? Telling you what you want, they think you want to hear rather than what's true. I feel Runaway Fast has put up with that way too often. There's going to be no guessing with the new one. Hopefully that resonates. No more than breadcrumbs I got. Runaway Fast, hopefully that does resonate. But more than breadcrumbs is what I got. I got that you're... Yeah, it could have been breadcrumbs because you were waiting. You had committed to a person prior to them showing their commitment. Anyway, no guessing with the new one coming in. Please check out those things about the spirit world. I'm going to hydrate now. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Okay. Now I believe Enzo would be next because I have to bump subs. Oh, don't do that to me. I forgot one little bit and now I've got to type it all out again. Yeah, but you never know whether it's a breadcrumb or whether it's something to give back to. That's the worst part about breadcrumbing. They give you just enough to keep you in. And you give, if you're giving just enough to stay in, it can extend the time for longer than needed. And anyway, Enzo's next. And yes, if anyone's wondering why it's out of order, like Racer, I do bump subs. So subs get moved up in the queue. And Enzo, you are up. And hopefully Enzo's not away from keyboard. Oh, I'm doing my own posture check here. Okay, I've stretched up. Cash Canine, I know you're there. But let's see, in the list, yeah, there's 2 subs ahead of you, unfortunately, Cash Canine, even though you had a gift sub from Chaos Sucks. So a big thank you to Chaos Sucks. Oh. I don't know whether Chaos Sucks gave you subs for two months. I didn't check that. Oh my goodness. I knew that was generous, but there you go. You never know with these things. You never know with these things. But Enzo does not seem to be there. And I'm not going to... I know Enzo's still in the queue, but Enzo does not usually go away from keyboard without a reason. So, Racer. Okay. And I think we've lost Racer. We'll see. Something interesting happened. Okay, Nero, fill us in. Something interesting happened. Nero can fill us in. And I can triple check my phone for why it's going off nuts. Okay. Why can't people... You confused? Why are you confused? Nero, why are you confused? It will be. But can I put the be right back up so I can return a call? Seriously, it's 9 PM here. I've been streaming for 6.5 hours. I'll keep streaming. I'll get through the queue. But I've got to deal with a phone call I missed. And I'll be watching. Don't worry. I just can't have anybody listening into the phone call. Yeah, I know. It's been 6 hours. But fill everybody else in. I'll watch. And I may even be able to type depending on the seriousness of the call. But I do have to return this call. So I'll be watching. It's just I can't have anyone listening in. So I will be right back. But Nero, share with everyone. Okay. The phone call wasn't that serious. I've dealt with it. So come on, Nero. Why are you confused? It would be interesting. I can't even remember the read. You just back from errands. Ah. You took a decision to the current hustle. Okay, outcome. I'm having a cigarette while I'm doing this, by the way, so yes. Thank goodness it's adults only. I did it for gambling because banking on tarot is just like gambling. You're gambling that I'm right. Seriously, I can't remember your read. After 6.5 hours, it's hard for me to remember all of those reads. Financial kind of investment. Okay. Did it pay off? I bet it was a scratchy you bought. One of those scratch tickets. Scratch tickets. Yeah. Without any... Exactly. It's like I said... Yeah, it was the poker reference I gave you. It's like a little bit... The outcome is yet to be seen. Ah. Months, even years. You roll the dice, you see how it comes up. But you do your research, and it's like having scored the perfect hand and doing little bit by little bit and letting others raise you. And I feel like that's what you've done, actually. Well, if Enzo pops up, Enzo is next, because Enzo very rarely goes away from keyboard. And I know Enzo is still in the list. But Racer, you would be next. But I'm going to finish my cigarette first, if that's okay. But I feel like that's what you were doing, Racer. You went outside for one, though. You went outside for one. Take a shot on above average odds. Yeah, it's like with poker, it's... For me, I've been playing for 40 years. It's... Yeah, win-lose, it's an educated guess. After playing for 40 years, you got to trust your experience, trust your knowledge. At the same time as looking at the numbers. Yeah. And it's the same with life. Life throws you this sort of stuff, and you've got to navigate it. You can either hermit yourself away and do nothing, or you navigate it. Yeah, exposure does bring more confidence. I don't want to say towards the edge, but yeah, exposure to different things brings more confidence. And it's an analogy that goes really well with life. Because you can't know how life is played unless you participate in the game. And sometimes you're going to win, sometimes you're not. But the more you play in the game of life, the better your odds are at navigating. Like, there are people now that I associate with. I smoke cigarettes still, okay? I hope you meant that clap, Nero. But I associate with friends who are vaping. Okay, they use the vapes. And I still smoke old-fashioned cigarettes. In terms of science, there hasn't been the research done on the vapes like there has been on the cigarettes. And yeah, I know it's not the healthiest thing to do, but you would think if there was... I won't go into that because I'm quite a science background person. So I read the actual medical research. Don't worry, I've argued with doctors before. Cigar, cigarettes, vapes. Exactly. It's like the vapes have had no research. I'd like to agree with you, Racer. However, has the research on vapes been as extensive as the research on cigs? When we know from firefighter research, for example, that vapor in the lungs can do harm, as in steam vapor. Either way, everybody's got a crutch in life. I don't care who you are or where you come from or what your circumstances are. Everybody has a crutch that gets them through stress. Some people go to the gym. I'm just not one of those people. Used to be. Not one anymore. But Racer and Taco Lover, welcome in. Okay. Yeah. So, Racer, can you understand having hurt yourself doing something? It's available, Nero. You can actually investigate it, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's not great for your health. Can someone remind me what I just said to Racer? That wasn't me that said it. Whatever it wasn't me that said it. Oh. Go back. Go back. Okay. No one can remind me what I said to Racer. Racer, I feel like you may be ready to pop the question to someone. As in propose a commitment. Whether that be love or business, I don't know yet, but propose a commitment. I can't remember what I said before, but it'll be on the VOD. I didn't think it was health, but then again, it wasn't me speaking, so it sometimes happens when my guides take over my mouth. Oh, yes, now I know. You hurt yourself while doing something. Thank you, Nero. You hurt yourself while doing a task. Racer, you hurt yourself while doing a task. And I feel like it was about waist area. You don't hurt yourself doing a task. Okay. Then you're ready to make a proposal towards someone. I don't know whether it's business or romance. I haven't turned over the cards yet. As you can see, I'm still shuffling them up. Can you resonate with that, Racer? You're about to make a proposal to someone. It could be in business as well. I did not get it, whether it was romantic or business. And if you do get thrown to an ad, please type in ad. Hello, I'm not a cop. Welcome in. I'm just trying to make myself understood here. And my guide is telling me it's making myself understood, not the other way around. Maybe you don't know yet. Okay. I've got to tune to your energy, Racer. It is in the About Me. I tune to you before I turn over any card. And don't worry, it's not always a read on what I tune into. As most people here know, it doesn't always go that way. I just tune into your energy first, so I know I'm with you and not with somebody else. Okay. Look, I feel like you've put in a written offer. I feel like you've written it down, Racer. My guides told me not to change it, so I may as well just turn over the cards. I feel like it's a miscommunication that you're saying no to. No, not a cop, taco lover. I know for sure. Now, if anyone gets thrown to an ad, please type in ad. Okay, Racer, I don't want to keep having to repeat myself. This is your read. Please stick with me. You've written down the proposal part. You've written down what you intend to propose. I get anxiety here. I can't help it, but I do. I get anxiety. Very emotional time. Racer, a very emotional time. I feel you thought you were on the right track and you've worked hard. But there's heartache here. Please don't tell me someone rejected your proposal. Someone rejected your proposal. I feel like you've worked hard, but you're still juggling. And I feel there's a need to take down a notch what you expect of yourself. And that's what I have for you, Racer. Try not to expect too much of yourself. I feel intuitively you know your hard work. And you're heartbroken because it's not going as far as what it should. There is anxiety in the mix too. And if it's interfering with your life, please seek help from a professional. And that's what I have for you, Racer. And Enzo, you are up. You're welcome. Participate in the read and I would have got more specific, and it's your read, so try and keep up with it if you pop back. Because if I have to revisit, I'm not getting any further. Enzo. Hopefully you're there. If not, it's gold hairs. Should we do the same predictions, gold hairs? What cards are going to come up with for you? Why is it? Okay, it's not working for me today. I love that emote, gold hairs. I did try to start the prediction about what cards would show up for you, but I'm having trouble with the predictions. You would think it would be why am I getting the holy moly thing from Cash Canine? Why am I getting the holy moly from Cash Canine? Seriously. Gold hairs, the next shout out I do need to go to Blind Luck Intuitive. I've been trying to get it out for a little while. And yeah, Twitch doesn't allow us to do... Yeah, what's the emote called? You just like it too. See, I like the emote. That's all I can say. I like it. Fiery. Ready to tackle anything. And thank you. But anyway, I'm doing your read now, so feel free to shout yourself out. As I said, 6 hours into a read, I've pretty much done all my shout outs. No, Enzo, I kept you at the top of the list because I knew you don't go away from keyboard for no reason. I'm doing gold hairs read at the moment. And I'll get back to you after that. Yeah, I can't understand why people fall asleep to an Aussie accent. Particularly mine. But gold hairs. I am getting a determined energy here, and I feel like you may have engaged a life coach or become a life coach. There's a feeling of being left out in the cold, though. It's like your generosity towards others hasn't been either appreciated or reciprocated. You like being any type of coach. I feel you've put your generosity out there, and there's been disappointment after disappointment. You've put your heart out there, and there is disappointment. It's like you don't know how much longer your patience has, or your level of patience. I do see you being quite independent. Yeah, that... Seriously, gold hairs, please point it out to me if ever I become that, because that is the last thing I want. I see you becoming more independent. I see you becoming more resilient. And I do feel like this is somebody that you showed great generosity to. No, I'm no angel. My halo's a toe ring. Yeah, it fell down long ago. Gold hairs fell down long ago. You're slowly grasping back your independence. I do feel like your generosity was taken advantage of in a way that... I know on Twitch we have hate raids. Let's face it, I've had them. But I do feel like you've promoted someone else and now they're trash talking you. Again, I love this. I love the star card, and I love it in this one. And to me, this star, if you have a look at it, doesn't it look like the star you put atop of a Christmas tree? For those who celebrate Christmas, doesn't it look like the star you put on top of the Christmas tree? I feel there's an opportunity for you to... Yeah, there's an opportunity for you to regain your power around Christmas time. And when I say that, I mean real, authentic shining. And I do feel there's power behind it. So keep being your awesome self. Because I see karma at work here, and I feel you will look at it and see the karma. And I feel you know who this person is. I feel I know who this person is. But I feel you know who this person is, and they're going... There's something that's happening. The universe at work. You're going to create your own independence. You're going to create that energy and happiness. And I feel your window is during that Christmas New Year period. And hopefully that resonates for you, gold hairs. I'm not naming names here because that would be unethical in my book. It's not that I don't agree with it, but I'm not naming names. And hopefully that does resonate, because I know... Yeah, but there's also the respect coming back in. And I feel that That is the key. You will regain respect. It's horrible when someone trash talks you. It's unavoidable now. Everybody does it. I don't. But it is horrible. And gold hairs, I feel that there's a real turnaround here. So, and I'm glad it resonates for you, because I do see you actually seeing the karma bus. I do see you actually seeing the karma bus. Now I just have to list it up. Okay, because 7 hours of streaming, I'm going to have to close the queue. But I do have to see, Enzo, you are next. So if you are in the viewers and would like to join, now's your time. Okay, Enzo. There you are. You're there. Excellent. Your stop is now. Why don't people leave me alone? Okay. Enzo. I'm getting happy confusion. It's like you're happy and something's entered to confuse the situation. Yeah. It makes sense. It doesn't make sense to me, and so I'm seeing like heads going, you know, switching heads, keeping the same body and switching heads. It's like confusion. Confusion. And so you can understand, this is bizarre to me, what I'm seeing. It's bizarre. So let's see what comes up. Yeah. It's like you don't know what to do either. And I want to say, let your head and heart argue. Yeah. If you can let your head and heart argue, you will arrive at the right decision. You will arrive at the happy part of the situation. I feel like at the moment it's a nightmare. Did you... I've got to ask a question. I hate asking questions. I feel like you might have used somebody else's name. You know how when we get tired, we tend to make mistakes like that, where we'll use somebody else's name? Oh, I don't have to put that there. My face is covering that one. And it's led to defensiveness. And I really feel it's a situation where you should not have to justify yourself. But you're feeling torn and battle weary. Your feelings talked out. In conversation. You sort of understand it though. Yeah, in conversation. I do. It's yes. Okay. I do see you changing your mind or changing your position on an issue quite frequently. And it's tiring. The backwards and forwards is tiring. I see you being celebrated, but I feel it's a moving forward celebration, not looking back. Yeah. There's a Gemini energy that's coming through here. There's a Gemini energy coming through quite strong. But I see you being celebrated for your efforts, and it's emotional efforts. And I feel like someone's finally revealed can't be sure yet. I feel a person has finally revealed their true colors. And I feel this is your past person. They've finally revealed their true self. And their true self is, it's like childlike. And I feel that there's an end to juggling people. Emotional life, there's an end to juggling people. The old one's out, the new one's in. Yeah. The old one is out, the new one is in your emotional life. And how's this for a beautiful card? This is the Sun in this deck. It is just ethereal and beautiful. I feel that, and you do have the Two of Cups here as well. I won't show that on screen because some people might be upset. But I feel great success, personal and professional. So emotional and Pentacles. And I have to say, you need to take credit for this. I know, it's a beautiful card and it's the Sun. And it's like the Sun is feeding the person. I don't know whether you can see it clearly on camera, but there's actually a person that's feeding. It's just really beautiful. I wish you could see it fully. The Sun. Was that right for you, taco lover? But this is Enzo's read. And I feel that there is a trip. Enzo, there is a trip. I don't feel it's overseas. If it is, it's not far. But I get things finally turning in your favour. Only you won't see what is coming. And there's the Empress again. Queen of the Universe is the Empress. Yeah. As I said, I didn't think it was far. I didn't think it was overseas, but if it is, it's not that far overseas. I feel there's a need to breathe. It's like life can get us turned upside down and we don't know which way is up. And in this instance, I feel there's a need to breathe. There's a need to relax and breathe. But with the sun in prime position, I believe the good action taken in the past 6 to 8 months is going to reap rewards now. And I believe that is both in work and in emotional life. And hopefully that resonates, Enzo. And now you can go back to sleep. Thank you, Enzo. And it's a good thing you have matured. Says she with a smile on her face. Okay, that's all I need to say. Says she with a smile on her face. Ah, thank you. And best wishes. Go back to sleep, Enzo, and dream sweet dreams. Okay, Pelosa Music, you're up next. Oh, you've saved your question. I recently had a very intense connection with someone. I think it might have been a twin soul. I don't believe in twin flame connections. I don't believe in soulmates. Okay. No, is my first answer. So should you keep pursuing it? No. Oh, thank you, Enzo. There you go. So, Pelosa Music. I actually feel that you were mistreated. I feel you were sitting and waiting for the other person. Just let a yes or a no is fine. You were sitting and waiting for the other person. Yeah. You weren't treated right. Why would you want to pursue it? The universe is probably telling you to start putting you first. Yeah, Taco Lover, unfortunately, we all know it. We all know it. Sitting there waiting for the other person. You know, there's give and take, but not when they know you're sitting there alone. And I feel this other person knew. So, yeah, that's why I got no as my first answer. The universe, the messages you're getting are to love yourself. They're to treat yourself the same way you treated this other person. Not to go back to them. Treat yourself with the same understanding, compassion, courtesy. And I feel like they spoke badly about their ex, and you were like, oh, I understand. Yeah, that can be hard. Can you understand that, Pelosa Music? Okay, in my opinion, anybody that speaks ill of their ex around a new person is wanting that sympathy. They're not wanting your understanding, they're wanting your sympathy. Just imagine if they've got that much passion about their ex to tell you about it. You're constantly in fear of, if the ex comes back, they're going to dump you. It's a controlling way. It's a modern controlling way. Okay, don't worry, you will be successful. You've got choices ahead of you, Pelosa. I hope you don't mind me shortening your name or your handle. But you have choices in front of you, and they're choices that you haven't considered yet. Look, you can't get better than the Ten of Cups. Happy family, happy life. I feel like you need to have your success. Make a choice of what you desire, of what your boundaries are. And I feel tokens or gifts were important to you, and they weren't important to your past person. I feel the intensity was physical. Sorry to say that, but yeah. If gifts are important to you, any person you're with will do their very best to make gifts a priority. If you say gifts are important to me, if they want you, they will make gifts important to them too. They may not be good at it, but they'll make it important. And okay, you've got the Sun as well. It may not be with this person, but I do see that things are going to work out for you. It's just step by step at the moment, because I feel there's a completion of a degree. Yeah, the Sun too. It's actually the Sun 3. We've had the Sun come out in the last 3 reads. But I feel like you've got something to complete, like a university degree, a course or certificate of some sort. That needs to be completed. You need to celebrate your own success. And after that, there'll be a choice. After that, there will be a choice for you to make, Pelosa. Okay. Hopefully that resonated for you. I do get, in your life, a positive outcome. Is it going to be with this deep connection? No. I know you were hoping I'd say yes, but I believe I've given you enough evidence as to why I get no. And I feel like the ex is still part of the life. So, no, thank you, Pelosa, for trusting me. There you go. Trust your intuition. But success for you first, then you will have a choice, and the choice will be a good one. And I feel there'll be no red flags, or I feel like you called them orange flags for some reason, because they just didn't sit right. Okay, I've got to put the list up because I do know I have to bump a sub. Okay, I do. Cash Canine, you are next. being a sub thanks to Chaos Sucks. Okay, so next. There we go. Cash Canine, you are next. And then there's Serenity of Wind, Taco Lover, and I'm Not a Cop. And that will probably take me to about 10:30. That's why I love it when... And there you are, Cash Canine. Excellent. Bring the cash over. Yeah. Oh, dear. Cash Canine, can you understand feeling muscle soreness? Good one, Gold Hairs. Good one. Okay. Now, what did I just say? This has happened. Feel free, ask your question. Feel free, ask your question. While you're typing out your question, I do have to get up and shut some blinds because it's 10 p.m. here. And I've still got blinds up. So, I'll be back. Don't stress. I'm still in the same room. I just have to climb over things. Oh, and pick up cards. Okay, here she goes picking up cards. Seriously, 3 from 3 different decks, 4 different decks. Okay, didn't knock any off. Good. I don't know. Why did May not answer you yet? Some questions I'm scratching my head with. But I want to say, seriously, Cash Canine, it was like only a day ago. Hands up in the chat who's opened a message and has actually forgotten to respond. Because you open it thinking, is it important? And if it's just chit chat, you prioritize. You haven't. I have. I'm guilty of it. And even my friends know that I am kind. Serenity of Wind, you're still in the queue. There you go, you didn't need to join. You're still in the queue. But there's some people that haven't. There's other people that have. You asked them out, sort of. You either did or you didn't. You just want to see the queue. Then it's exclamation point list. Yeah. Cash Canine, I don't feel you actually did ask them out. I feel you may have said, do you want to get together for coffee? And to me, that's not a even though it's a yes-no answer, it's not a priority question. You guys have heard my phone ping during streams, and the amount of messages I get are extensive. In a day, I could get 10 or more about reading bookings. And just then, instead of somebody texting me back saying, yes, it's okay, when I was just confirming a reading booked for tomorrow, it required 2 texts and a voice message saying, ring me back. About what? Are you coming or not? Yes, no. It's easy. But some people don't see it as that easy, and I feel the person you're concerned about, Cash Canine, doesn't see it as that easy. So let's see what the cards have to say. They don't see it as easy. So have a look at how you worded it. Yeah, maybe give it time. Have a look at how you worded it. The people who are worth it never make it easy, Cash Canine. They never do. And seriously, if you look at all the couples that are successful, they will have this story about the merry-go-round of their first date. I can count on one hand the successful couples I know that have a, we met and we knew we were for each other. End of story. There's one successful couple that I know of that has that story. And if you knew the couple, you'd know why everybody agreed. Although people did pick on their age at the time. But all the other couples that are successful have this dance. And the dance may not feel beautiful at the time, but when you look back at it, it's beautiful. Because it fosters communication. Okay. I feel there's a power imbalance between you and this person. I feel you hold more power than them. Have a look at this. You've got the star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I don't see a problem with it ongoing. But please reread your initial message and ask yourself, were you direct? I do see it's them taking a risk. Can you understand this, Cash Canine? It is them that would be taking a risk. Word it differently. Yeah. Word it. Relook at your message. Word it differently and send it again. Your first message comes across as a player or an alpha. The person you messaged was in 2 minds of whether to just say no. And they decided not to say no. They decided not to say no, and they shocked themselves. So they just haven't responded. Everybody think you're a player. Okay, then reword the text. No, reword the text. This person's interested. There's just an imbalance of power. And they were shocked they didn't say no immediately. I get why you're feeling that you should have got a response. Don't give up. Not on this one anyway. Can you understand how this person was left out in the cold by somebody you know? Okay. Then I need to say somebody like you was a past person for this interest. I get victory. And I'm not sure, but I believe the person you are seeking an answer from is involved in a drama club or is involved in a sporting club. They're quite certain of themselves though, even though they're not certain of others. So if you communicate with this person, you need to make it direct. You need to make it direct, as in certain, as in, on this day, would you like to go out with me? Question mark. Text send. But pick somewhere nice. I feel like in the last text, it was vague. Choose a destination. And make it somewhere nice. Yeah, see, sometimes we've got to risk it. Taco lover, you come at me with that crap, I'm going to tell you to get lost. Seriously, if someone's going to come at me, they've got to come at me with, I would like to take you out to this Thursday night. No, you can't say that, Cash Canine. You can't say that. Seriously. Seriously, people. You're supposed to be modern. You're supposed to be unafraid. Daring. Pick a place. Make it a luxurious place that doesn't need reservation, where you can choose to sit at the bar or you can go in for a meal. Make sure the bar does serve soft drink or coffee. Taco lover, you're making me choke here. Yes, it will. But remember, they're the ones that are risking a lot. Cash Canine, they're the ones risking a lot. So, no, if you sounded like a player, you would have already done this. If you sounded like a player, you would have already done this. And player energy is masculine and feminine. Alpha energy is masculine and feminine. Doesn't matter where you come from. It's like, but pick somewhere nice. Somewhere that is laid back but luxurious. I do feel you will get a yes answer. But if it's going to take a lot for you to do it anyway. I said this to somebody who, somebody in Australia paid like $250 for a Nike pair of shoes. And I forget what kind they were. Don't ask me because I don't pay attention. But I have got the Nike symbol floating around everywhere in my house. Because to me, the Nike logo is just do it. It's got very little to do. It's like the just do it, make a move, do this. Just do it, rip it off like a band-aid. And that's because mothers would always rip off the band-aid because it hurts for a very little bit, but it's off. Instead of putting you through agony of trying to peel it off gently, it's never gentle. Never ever gentle. So just do it. Serenity of wind? Nah. Just do it is my motto. If I can do it, so can you. If I can do it, so can you. And I do believe there's an ad break in progress. But Cash Canine, that's what I have for you. And I do feel that there's a positive response. Just understand that this person has other things going on in their life. Understand that this person has to prioritize things. So ignoring your text was actually giving it thought. They didn't immediately say no. Yeah, but reread your text. I feel like there's something very vague in it. No, don't wait. There's something very vague in it. It depends. If it was only a day ago, yeah, wait another day. But then plan something out. Show that... Lady Palace Athena, welcome in. I've had to close the queue. Sorry, it's 10:15 here in the PM in Australia. And I need to get sleep. You may think I'm awake all the time, but I'm not. There you go, Cash Canine. That's what I have for you. And that's your first sub reading for a while. And it was a gifted sub too. So... please just remember in wording the text... Oh, thank you, Lady Palace Athena. And thank you, Cash Canine. Just remember in wording the text that they've got other things going on in their life. And try and ease that burden. Create something where they can relax. There's no pressure. And that way you're easing a burden. You'll make it easier for them to say yes. Okay, Serenity of Wind, you are up next. And be careful, I've got attitude now. You can blame Taco Lover and Cash Canine for that. I love read. What is it with love reads? And yet I do a love stream and nobody turns up for it. My sassiness. No, I've got attitude now, so no, I can do a love read. No worries, Serenity of Wind. I'm just shocked that I do a love dedicated stream and no one really shows up for it. Seriously, pickup lines. Just as a heads up, gold hairs, I have been in... I'll turn this off first. I have been in touch with Teeny Pop, and Teeny Pop is no longer streaming. So that's just an update for everybody that Teeny Pop is okay. And just needed to put Teeny Pop first. So hopefully that updates everybody. I can show people love. I'm not that Aussie cold. Okay, where am I? Serenity of Wind. I'm feeling that you're unusually spiritual in your love approach. That's okay. I know people have been asking about Teeny Pop and I hadn't stopped reaching out. So just to give people a heads up, Teeny Pop is okay, just needed to take a break. Okay, absolutely. I feel it's the wrong approach. I feel you may be turning people off with the divine feminine within you. I really do feel you're nurturing. Your mind is open, but it confuses people. Serenity of Wind, can you understand what I'm getting at here? Your spiritual views are known quite early on, and it's actually confusing people. Okay. I'm going to turn over the cards now. We'll see what we've got in store. Yeah, you're at a crossroads. Reevaluate your approach. Temper the spirituality. I'm not saying deny it, but look, consider this. An asthmatic, the first meet, before the handshake, before the hello, the asthmatic takes a puff of the puffer. A spiritual person in the same situation, the first impression that they give somebody, if it's a spiritual concept, it can threaten the other person or make the other person uncomfortable, not knowing what to do. Temper it with realism. I feel like the real you is quite down to earth. You've got your feet firmly planted on the ground. You've got a plan in life. Start with that. And introduce your intuition at a later stage. And Controller, welcome into the chat for the first time. Sorry I've had to close the queue. Look, if you follow, you'll get notified of the next time I go live. It's just the queue is a bit large. It's now 20 past 10. I'm tired. Do you understand what I'm saying, Serenity of Wind? I feel like you're quite earthy. You're quite real, as in you're a people person, but at the same time, you understand that there is good and bad. You understand that in between good and bad, there's a grey area. You understand that you have to save for a rainy day. You understand so many other things. Yes, you're spiritual. However, that doesn't have to come first. the analyzer in you can come first. You weighing things up. And when I say that, I do get a Libra feel. But you're almost ready to give up. When it comes to love, you're almost ready to give up. And decided to give it another shot. And good on you. Most people who decide to give up never change their mind. So Serenity of Wind, good on you for that. There will be a celebration, but reevaluate your approach. And I feel that the analyst part of you, that person that can weigh things up, is a better first impression than the spiritual side of things. It's more realistic. And hopefully that resonates for you, Serenity of Wind. Okay. Now I go next. Taco Lover. You're welcome, Serenity of Wind. Thank you for your support in my stream. Yes, it's you, Taco Lover. What am I going to do with you? What am I going to do with you? I'm picking up that there is anger in you at the moment. Why? Taco Lover, can you understand that there's an anger? Okay. I feel it's like somebody owes you something. Yeah, but Taco Lover, I haven't got that from you before, so I feel like something has occurred. And I feel like it's someone that owes you something or used you for monetary purposes. I'm going to turn over the cards pretty quick here because I don't want to trigger anything in you at the moment. And let's hope the sun or the star show up. And sometimes anger is a fluid concept. It's not always constant. We can feel angry and then the next day after some sleep, we feel calmer. Yeah. You've had to walk away from someone or something. And yeah, I do feel it's over money. And the anger comes as a result of the emotional promise. And you can laugh at this, Taco Lover. Whoever this is was quick in, quick out. You can make a joke of it, but I feel you thought there was a lot of potential. Yeah. I feel this is a person you gave your emotions to. And you also invested a lot. You think you know who it's referring to. I think you do too. You thought you were led to believe that there was reciprocation of feeling. And all you were left with was a burden and a poor excuse. And that has the anger at the moment. But they led you to believe there was long-term potential. I love you, Taco Lover. Does that mean anything to you? You'll pick yourself up, dust yourself off and start again. But hopefully the next won't be a user. You've got too much to give. From what I'm seeing here, you've got way too much. I want to say it comes from the base chakra. It comes from the sacral chakra. It comes from the solar plexus. And you want to give. You'll get that opportunity and have it reciprocated. I just can't see when. With all the anger here, I can't see when. So please keep popping back into my stream. I don't always deliver bad news. I don't always deliver bad news. And please get a good, steady chunk of sleep. I feel like you've been sleeping in small bursts, like small couple of hours here and there bursts. Please get yourself a decent 8 hours. Yeah. Please try and get yourself a decent 8 hours. I feel that will change your energy from within. When you get a really good night's sleep, that will change your energy. You are deserving of love. It will come. I just can't see through the muck at the moment. So, wishing you sweet dreams when you do sleep. Because I feel like I wake up with a shock. Maybe one day, what will tell us? You know, the universe, sometimes there's things we're not supposed to know. I can even relate it to my own life story. There are things in my past that experiencing it, there's stuff in my past that experiencing it was tough enough. If I had have known beforehand, the experience wouldn't have been any less. It wouldn't have been any less tough. Knowing about it beforehand and not being able to do anything would be tougher. So as to when you will